I think I'm a pretty good cook. I think I'm a pretty good baker. So today I had Natasha, my beautiful girlfriend, choose two recipes, what I'm assuming is an entree and a dessert, and not tell me shit about it. Then I had her go shop for those ingredients. I'm gonna be cooking with whatever she bought, trying to figure out what recipe she had in mind when she bought these ingredients.
Hey guys, so today the recipe that I'm challenging Andy to make is gonna be Korean roast chicken with cucumber kimchi. Isn't that crazy? Why would roasted chicken in this way be served with cucumber kimchi? But maybe I'm just not knowledgeable enough about that kind of thing. Why I chose this recipe is because I think in each element, Andy has made these sorts of dishes before, but I don't know if he thinks they're gonna be made all together in this way. So I'm hoping to throw him for a loop with it. Okay, and so the ingredients for this recipe include mirin, garlic, fresh ginger, soy sauce, fish sauce, a whole chicken, some green onions, and some steamed rice as well. And then there's like a side part. It's a cucumber kimchi, and it's said to use 2 small red chilies, but I went to 2 stores and I couldn't find any red chilies, so unfortunately I left those off, but I think it's okay. And then it calls for some sriracha, some sesame seeds that have been toasted, green onion thinly sliced, and then also some rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, and 2 it said Lebanese cucumbers, which are also called Persian cucumbers, which are also called mini cucumbers. So good thing it said that at the store. And for an extra challenge, I'm also giving him a dessert to make, which, you know, I don't know if this is going to confuse him in any way, but I thought it would be fun to try anyway. So the recipe is just churros with chocolate sauce. And he has made churros before, one time, and I really like them. And I don't think he's made them since, but I'm gonna test him and see if he can tell what it is just from looking at the ingredients. I like churros, and I wanted some. So this recipe is a little bit strange, but you know what, maybe this is just how you make churros, and I just don't know anything. So it said it needed butter and then castor sugar, which is different than regular sugar, but it's also not powdered sugar. I'm just learning a lot, guys. Like, this is a lot. And then plain flour, and then more castor sugar. I thought maybe I could keep the 2 castor sugars, like the amount that he'll need, separate, but I think maybe it'll just be funnier if I just give him the whole carton that's like this big, and then he just has to guess how much he has to put in. And then it also called for ground cinnamon. I thought it would need brown sugar as well, but maybe not. Maybe some recipes call for that. This one does not, because it also specifically says to use 2 Coles Australian free-range eggs, which I don't think we sell that here. So, but I'm just gonna give him a whole container of eggs, and then he's gonna have to guess how he's gonna use these eggs. I think like the eggs is gonna be confusing. And then some vegetable oil, because he has to deep fry these, which I don't know if he'll know that initially, but maybe he'll, I have full faith in him, maybe. It also calls for a chocolate sauce portion, which is it just said it wanted some dark chocolate, heavy cream, and some pure vanilla extract. I think these 2 dishes combined are really gonna confuse him, because I don't know what he's expecting, but I don't know if he's expecting to have so many different elements going on in these dishes, and he has to basically call upon previous knowledge of things that he's made and then just try to see if he can put them all together. It's gonna be really fun, I think.
So here I have all the ingredients for my entree and dessert. I don't know what I'm making, quite honestly. Chicken cucumber rice. It feels like a lot, quite honestly. And then dessert. See, the cinnamon is throwing me off. I thought cake. It's fucked. Okay, dessert is kind of fucked because you use these ingredients in like everything. What the hell? I'm gonna throw the dessert stuff in the fridge right now. I'll worry about that later. Ginger, garlic. Like I can make a sauce. Cucumbers is kind of throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Rice, I guess I should start by making rice. The whole chicken is also kind of throwing me off. Cause my immediate thought is to like roast it, right? Like I wanna roast this. All right, I think step number 1, I'm gonna get the rice ready. I'm gonna prepare rice. That seems about right. I don't know how I can fuck that one up. I prepare rice. I think this is like 2 cups, maybe. Oh, this is, oh, a mess. I got my rice cooker. It's off screen. It's off screen. You can't. It's over here. But it'll be cooking rice. Don't you worry. I'm gonna assume this is what I need to do. All right. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna wash my rice, and then I'm gonna put 3 cups of water. 2 cups of rice for 3 cups of water. That sounds right. 1.5 cup. I see soy sauce. I see ginger. I see garlic. I see fish sauce, rice vinegar, toasted sesame oil, and mirin. And I think sauce. I think I make a sauce. But what are the cucumbers doing? Because I can imagine, and then scallions like at the end, right? For a little bit of whatever scallions do. And then there's also sriracha, which is a little confusing. I mean, I could add sriracha into this. That's not a problem. Dessert is also confusing. Cinnamon, because this is a lot of oil, flour, egg. When I see cinnamon, chocolate, I think churros with like a chocolate dip. Because that's a lot of oil to give me. So maybe I'm like frying churros and making a little chocolate dip. No, but I also have heavy cream and cream cheese. Or no, that's butter. That's not cream cheese, I have butter. I feel like I have to roast this chicken. It's a whole chicken. What else am I gonna do with a whole chicken except butcher it up? I feel like, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy because I think, dude, the cucumbers, what the fuck they do? What do they do? Why are they here? Because if it was as simple as roasting a chicken, a cucumber wouldn't hold up that long. What are you doing, little cuke? I'm gonna start just prepping some stuff. I'm gonna prep some garlic. I'm gonna prep the ginger. I'm gonna cut the scallion. I'm gonna mise en place. And then I'll come back to whatever we're doing. I'm just gonna move some of this stuff to the side. I'm gonna prep some garlic. I think recipes usually go light in garlic. 4 cloves? 4 cloves sounds appropriate. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? 5 cloves, actually. 5 cloves. I did half the garlic. You've never seen such precise cutting. Precision, you know? Ingenuity. Adaptability. These are the things that I bring to my dinner table. One time I took a shit and I served that as chocolate mousse and they all loved it. This is fine. This is about 5 cloves of garlic. I did kind of lose some, but it smells sufficiently garlicky, I will say. I got a little ramekin. I'm gonna keep up this garlic in here. Then I'm gonna peel and cut some ginger, like a tablespoon's worth, maybe. All right, I'm guessing I'm gonna roast this chicken. What else do I do with a whole ass chicken except for roast it? I'm racking my brain to think of all the times I've used cucumber in a dish, and the only time was to make tzatziki, I think. I've so far been doing a lot of thinking and not enough stinking, so I'm gonna actually cut up this ginger like I said I was. How do I peel it? What's the best way to like peel it? I'm gonna just cut off chunks of the side, maybe. Like that, like that. And then I'll grate it with my microplane. I'm wasting so much ginger, dude. All right, I have like a stick left. This is fine. This is about how much ginger I have left. And I'm just gonna grate some ginger. I'm thinking, I don't know how much I said before. Then I'm gonna peel and cut some ginger, like a tablespoon's worth maybe. But now I'm thinking a tablespoon of ginger, which is quite a lot of ginger, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know why I'm thinking it, but I am. We just really want that ginger flavor to come through. I got my ginger grated. I don't know how much this is though. I might need more. This doesn't feel like a tablespoon of ginger, so I'm gonna cut more. All right, I have about a tablespoon of ginger. This is more than a tablespoon, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna use a tablespoon. I'm just gonna cut the scallion now. I'm gonna keep the green ends. I just got bukkakeed. That seems like a lot, so I'm gonna stop there. I got my scallion, I got my ginger, I got my garlic, but I still do not have a clue. All right, I have to now make some decisions that I don't know if I'm prepared to make. I have cucumbers here and I don't know how to use them or what I'm gonna use them for. I think I'm gonna turn on my oven for 425. I think I'm roasting a chicken. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to make a sauce of some kind, but I could use everything here in the sauce. This is gonna be a hell of a sauce though, I'll say. This is gonna be a hell of a sauce if I make one. I don't think you roast the cucumbers. I can't really pickle them either. I don't have anything to pickle. I mean, I do have things to pickle. I have vinegar and salt, but why would I pickle cucumbers? Why would I make a pickle? Why wouldn't I just get pickles? If that was what I was supposed to do. I don't think I need pickle at all, actually now. I'm coming to God with this one. Like, what if I'm going crazy here for a moment. What if I microplaned them down and put it into the sauce I'm making? That doesn't really seem right though. The one thing I'm thinking of is, like, when you go to get Korean, they have the cucumbers in a mix of like goshugaru, soy sauce, sesame sauce, vinegar. But I don't have any goshugaru. I have sriracha, so like it could do that. What is it, if I make a sauce, what is it gonna do in the sauce? What is it really gonna do? Except for add cucumber and water. It's gonna add water and cucumber. And this seems like a lot for roasting a chicken, right? I mean, it's gonna be a great roasted chicken. I already know this. I feel like the cucumber is supposed to be prepared separately. And they're mini cucumbers. What do I do with mini cucumbers? I wouldn't have had an idea even if it was big cucumbers. I don't know why I'm confused that they're mini. Let's make a sauce. I'm deciding. I'm making a sauce where I'm gonna get a pan. How much of everything do I need? That is kind of the next question. All right, so my oven is preheating to 425. That's what I usually roast chicken at. And it's 425 for like an hour, a little less, maybe 45 minutes. I was gonna attempt to guess what dish I'm making, but I don't have a guess. I have no idea. Like, why a cucumber? I'm going to do something a little crazy here. I'll take 3, actually. I'm gonna take 3 of these motherfuckers. And I'm gonna chop them, I guess. I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut off the ends, as you do with penile fruits. And I'm just gonna cut them kind of whatever. Cut them kind of thin. All right, I have my cucumbers cut up. I don't know if that's right, but it looks right. So I'm going to make a sauce and I'm going to use everything here to make one. So I'm gonna start off with, I'm just gonna put them all in, raw, uncensored. Tablespoon of ginger, 5 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. I feel like go hard or go soft. 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I want a lot of salt on this thing. Teaspoon of rice vinegar, teaspoon of mirin. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of sesame seed oil. And then I'm gonna put in a teaspoon of sriracha. I'm setting this to medium and I'm gonna let it cook down a little bit. Cook down and sauce up, that's what I always say. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I just dipped that cucumber in sriracha and it tasted really good. So like, what if What if I was just supposed to dip the cukes in sriracha? My sauce is a-going. I think it's thickening up. It looks like it is. I don't actually know if it is. I'm not gonna lie. I've been lying, and I'm not going to anymore. I refuse. I'm gonna prepare my chicken. I am just going to put some salt on it, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the sauce on it. I really don't have an idea for what else to do with this chicken except to take all of this out of the chussie, as it's scientifically called. And I'm just gonna salt this all over until that sauce kind of thickens up, and then I'm gonna pour the sauce on top of it. And then I'm gonna roast it like that. But you haven't seen my secret ingredient to the sauce yet. Don't get lost in it just yet, buddy boy. Because I'm throwing all of my cucumbers in there. Look at that. All of them. Bam. And they'll release water, probably. It's definitely gonna do something. I threw all my cucumbers in, and I'm gonna kind of let it sit for a little bit. Cucumbers have a lot of water in them. Maybe it'll release some. I don't know how that works. I didn't go to culinary school, so I may not be on the right track, but I'm definitely on a track. All right, I'm gonna just salt it, and then I'm gonna coat it in this sauce that I'm making. And this is about a teaspoon of salt I'm gonna use. And I'm just gonna stick this right onto the baking sheet. That looks like a, that's looking like a sauce, I'll say. Thing. Look at that. That's saucing. I think this is good enough. I'm going to pour it on my chicken now. I'm gonna pour it and coat my chicken. Oh, just cucumber and all. It honestly could have been thicker. I put that on for like 10 minutes maybe. Kind of on the chussie. Just getting cucumber and sauce everywhere that I can right now. Every crack and crevice. Coat this thing lightly or heavily. I'm gonna put this chicken in the oven at 425 for 45 minutes. That's a nice number, divisible by 15. I still have scallion that I need to use. I'm just gonna put that on top of my rice when it's done. I'm gonna start on dessert, and I have no fucking idea what dessert is gonna be. You could make basically anything with flour, butter, eggs, sugar, and baker sugar. Why baker sugar over regular people sugar? I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this chicken's gonna do well. See, the problem is this could be so many things. Flour, eggs, butter, heavy whipping cream. This could be anything. But my crack brain is saying churros with a chocolate dip and a whipped cream on the side. Is that fucked up to say? Because that's what I'm thinking. If there was no heavy whipping cream, I would have immediately said churros. I would have immediately ran with it. But that's kind of throwing me off. The baker sugar is also throwing me off. I've used baker sugar exactly one time in my life, and I don't even remember what for. I'm gonna melt an entire stick of butter. 8 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna melt this. I'm gonna put it in my microwave, melt it, and then maybe I'll decide what I actually want with this. It's a lot of butter. Okay, I think I'm making churros. That's what I'm gonna go with right now. I think I'm making churros. Move this out of the way. And I'm going to put a dish on heat with some oil. I don't know if I need that much. That's quite a bit of oil. I'm gonna heat up my oil on medium-high heat. I'm gonna go to medium-high heat, and I'm just gonna let the chopper rain right now. I don't remember how to make a churro. I know it's flour. I'm gonna put 2.5 cups of flour. 2 I think that's fine. I'm gonna put 2 eggs in, 2 whole eggs. 2. I'm gonna put a cup of caster sugar in, a cup of baker's sugar. Bam. It's quite a lot of sugar, but what are you gonna do? Some cinnamon, and it will be 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1, 2. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of vanilla extract in. 1. I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract in. I lied. 2. There you go. Then I'm gonna mix this around. I think this is enough. I'm gonna mix it around. God, that's a lot of sugar. This is too thick to be a churro, huh? This isn't enough liquid. What if I just add more egg though? It calls for water? Okay, the recipe calls for water, so I'm gonna add water as well. I'm gonna add a cup of water. A whole cup of water, there we go. Oh, that's a lot. But I needed it more dough-like anyways, so like this is gonna work, right? This bowl wasn't big enough. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That looks kind of like a dough that you would churro. I'm gonna add another egg actually. 3 eggs. I know it's crazy, but they don't call me 3 Try for no reason. But that's a 3rd egg. This does seem more batter-like, I'll say. You know, I'll put a little heavy whipping cream in here. Why not? Let's go crazy. You whip a churro, you whip some cream. Basically the same thing. Adds a little fat, some richness. I don't know. That could be good. It smells good, I'll say. I'm gonna get a little container to kind of pour this in so that I can pipe it out. I forgot I had butter too. Holy shit. I have to add butter. So I'm gonna add some butter now. I don't know how much yet. I'm gonna add butter to this mixture. It's a little thick, so it could use some more liquid. Why wouldn't it be able to use more liquid? Here's some butter. I'm gonna use half a cup for now. That's about half. I'm gonna add more butter. I'm gonna add a whole thing of butter. 8 ounces of butter. Sure. What's life without some fat, you know? I'm knocking everything around. I have a container that I'm gonna put a little bag in. And this is how I'm going to pipe my churros. I'm gonna fill the bag, pipe my churros. I'm just gonna throw this all in. This is very thick for a batter, but you know, I haven't made churros in many moons, so maybe this is as thick as it needs to be. This is almost fully in the bag now. And then I'll cut off the tip and just pipe this out into my hot oil. I also still think I have to make like a chocolate thing, you know? Like a chocolate little spread for my churros. Okay, I need some water so I can double boil. Actually, I'm just gonna use the little pot that I made my sauce in and put some water in it so I can double boil. My rice is bubbling up. Though there's a lot of water in there. It might have been too much water, I'm not gonna lie. My chicken is gonna be cooked pretty soon. And all I have for that is that it is a roasted chicken, so that should work. It's a roasting. I'll say that chicken is roasting. If that was the right choice, who knows? But it's roasting, so. I got another bowl here. I'm going to put in about a cup of chocolate chips. There we go, a cup of chocolate chips. I'm gonna melt that all down. I have my water going right now. I'm going to double boil this over the water that I have. After this is kind of melted down a little bit, I'm going to start then piping my churro mixture into the oil. It's kind of looking done, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also thinking I make like heavy cream, like whipped cream. What if I make whipped cream as well? Here's a bowl, and here is heavy whipping cream. I'm going to put about a cup's worth of heavy whipping cream into a bowl, and I'm gonna beat this until stiff peaks. I'm gonna put a cup and 1/3, and I'm gonna sit here and beat this until it has stiff peaks. And then we'll have a little bit of whipped cream You're gonna do this for like a couple of minutes. You'll know when it's done. All right, now I have that. I have whipped cream. There's nothing else in it, it's just plain. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my chicken now, because my chicken has been in there for quite a while. It's been about 50 minutes, 55 minutes, close to it. Yeah, those cucumbers did not last. Let me tell you, those cucumbers didn't last. That is a shock to me. A surprise. My rice cooker's leaking water everywhere as well. There's so much water. There was so much water for rice. These are the cucumbers, they're all burnt. I'm not gonna lie though, they taste pretty good. Burnt cucumbers? Dude, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So the cucumbers were burnt, but they still tasted pretty good. And the chicken looks fine too. Look at this thing. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna cook my churros now. Okay, so I have my little baggie here, a little bagged mixture. I'm gonna cut off the tip and just pipe them straight in. Dude, these look like shit. Oh my God, that looks like fucking dookie. Dude, these are little dookies. This isn't a churro, this is a chorro. This one's kind of looking for, how long do I leave them in for? I'm saying like 2 minutes a piece, maybe. I don't know. Dude, these look so bad. They smell good though. I'm not gonna lie, they smell real good. Dude, these look so fucked up. I'm gonna let it go for 1 more minute. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. What the hell? Who let me make that? I still have so many more to go. Dude, look at this thing. Dude, look at this. This is just a shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at these. Those are some characters. I got some more to go. Hold on. These look crazy. These look fucking insane. Tell me, you can't let this on TV. What the fuck? I'm gonna make a cinnamon sugar right now. I have a little bowl here that I'm gonna put cinnamon in. About a tablespoon of cinnamon. And then I'm gonna put half a cup of baker's sugar in this thing. 1, that's a lot, but 2. I'm gonna add a little bit extra cinnamon, whatever. Just a little bit more. Then I stir this around. Jesus, man, these look so fucked up. But that's cinnamon sugar right there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make the little chocolate ganache. It's not a ganache, I don't know what a ganache is, but I'm gonna melt this chocolate down on a double boiler. You know what? I'm gonna put some butter in this too. I'm gonna cut up a little bit of butter. So for my chocolate sauce, I'm putting 2 tablespoons of butter in. I'll do 1 more. 3 tablespoons of butter. There we go. Into my chocolate sauce. All right, my chocolate is melting down. Gotta be sure to stir it quite a bit or else it will burn, which I do not want. I may even put a little heavy cream in this just so it doesn't. Just a little bit. Cinnamon sugar in a bag. This way, they could coat the churros well. My butter is melting. My chocolate sauce is coming together. It's really hot though. Like the bowl is really hot. So I kind of hesitate to touch it, but it is all melting together. I just need this to melt a little bit more. I might use a little more whipping cream. All right, my churros are done. My chocolate is still going though, so I have to fix that. Look at these churros. Look at these beautiful things that don't look like a huge pile of shit. Oh, this chocolate, I have to break it up a little bit more. I think it's too much. I'm putting more heavy whipping cream in. Just to thin it out, I guess. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take this chocolate off heat. The residual heat should be enough for this chocolate, which I'm mixing around. All right, this is a very deep chocolate. This looks like shit. I'm not gonna lie, this looks like shit. I'm gonna put a little sugar in it. A little bit of this castor sugar in it. I'm gonna put maybe like a quarter of a cup. Dude, this makes it look worse. Oh, that looks so bad. It's just, it looks like I've made shit. This is what they would make. Like if they had a scene where someone took a shit in a toilet, this is what they would make. I'm gonna put in a little more heavy whipping cream. Maybe that'll help me. That's like a teaspoon or two. It's like 2 more teaspoons. What is milk chocolate anyways, but milk and chocolate? This looks kind of like it's working. That looks actually so much better than it did 10 seconds ago. It still doesn't look great. I'm gonna add another teaspoon of heavy whipping cream. I'm making such a mess, but it looks better. How does it taste though? God, that looks so bad. That doesn't taste the worst. Only kind of bad. I'm gonna coat my churros now. This is so fucked. I'm gonna put all my churros in this bag. This is so, ugh. Okay, I'm putting the churros in a bag and then I'm going to like shake it around. This is the bag with cinnamon sugar in it. This looks good. This looks more like what a churro should look like. Less a churro and more a churro. It smells fucking great as well. There's a lot of cinnamon sugar on top. And I'm gonna pour the rest of my cinnamon sugar into the chocolate. I think I did great, hold on. Doesn't that look appetizing? Doesn't that look great? Look at that, oh my God. I'd pay $14 at a restaurant for this. That's dessert. Dessert is served. Now I gotta plate the entree. I have rice. I'm gonna throw sesame and scallion just right on top. Here's some sesame seed. Scallion, green onion, whatever. I'm gonna throw a little soy sauce on top. That was a lot, but whatever. And then I'm gonna put the chicken right on top of this. And roasted chicken on rice. This is my guess for dinner. Roasted chicken on rice, along with churro with chocolate and whipped cream. The chocolate looks so bad. That looks so bad. Look at that. I'm gonna get Natasha over here. I'm gonna ask her what actually was for dinner. She's gonna try what I made, and we're gonna see how close I was. All right? Natasha, do you wanna come over here and tell me what dinner was? I made chicken and churros with a chocolate sauce and heavy whipping cream, and a whipping cream, chef. How did I do with dinner? How did I do?
You deep fry a dick? Like what happened?
That's my chocolate sauce. It's my churro.
It's got shit cum, and the only thing that's missing, I guess, is the piss. But it looks great.
I'd eat all of those 3 things that you just said. So I don't see what the problem is. What was for dinner today? What was I supposed to be cooking?
Okay, so for your entree, you were making Korean roast chicken with cucumber kimchi.
I had roast chicken. Everything else, the cucumber kimchi and the Korean part, up for debate. I'm Mexican. I'm not Korean. Up for debate. But the roast chicken, I got that.
And then your dessert. I mean, you were right. It was churros with chocolate sauce.
I fucking knew it. Churro. It just looks.
That's crazy looking. That's crazy looking.
I used what I had on hand, and that was my ingenuity, my willingness to try new things, and the Ziploc bag that I cut a little too big. Well, I'm glad that I had churro. I'm glad I got that.
I mean, you basically got the concept of everything right. It was just kind of where everything needed to be. Like, you were so right with the cucumber kimchi part because you said the cucumber with the sriracha, you're like, oh, this is good, like, on its own. Like, that was...
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it was gonna be... I didn't see Goshugaru. That's the problem. Because I would have gotten it immediately if I'd seen Goshugaru on there. I would have picked the kimchi.
They had said to make the cucumber kimchi, you have to combine the sriracha, the sesame seeds, the onion, the vinegar, and the oil, and then you have to leave it to sit.
That's what I thought. All right. You have to try it now, though.
I have... Okay, where should I start?
Start with the entree, then hit dessert, and tell me how good this is.
Okay. I mean, you basically got it. The cucumbers on top was really funny.
How was it, chef? How is it, chef?
It's really good, actually.
And you motherfuckers doubted me. You motherfuckers said that looks like shit, and I'd eat that chicken because I'm hungry. Fuck you. All right, you gotta try my churro though.
All right, I will.
You gotta be the trooper.
Wow. Yeah, so the heavy cream, that was for the chocolate sauce.
Ah, fuck, I knew it.
Yeah, because I saw it was tripping you up, but you corrected it at the end, though.
Where I was just putting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought it needed liquid.
That's still pretty good. It still tastes like a churro, even though it kind of has this phallic look to it.
And it looks like shit, and it looks like piss and cum.
Apparently that's what I'm into, though.
They say a chef's food is a representation of their inner mind, of their inner thoughts. And I just wanted to give you what I'm always thinking of. Eating shit and cum. I could have folded some of the whipped cream in, and that would have been fine.
I mean, you kind of saved it by adding the whipped cream element.
Yeah.
That wasn't part of the original recipe, but I think it's doing good.
Okay. I'm surprised. I'm gonna try some too, because I'm surprised.
The inside is the kind of like a good texture. The outside, I like the cinnamon sugar.
That's a churro, dude. It was just a lot. It was just so thick. You have to give me a score. What would you score these out of 10?
Out of 10?
How close am I? How does it taste?
Yeah, so if I had to give my ranking, I think with the chicken, I am gonna give you an 8 out of 10 because I think the chicken was really good. I think with missing the cucumber kimchi, I think that's the dinger.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Because you were really confused about the cucumber.
I fucking said it too.
I think with the churros, I think the taste is fine. Appearance is
Dude, this looks like
not very good.
It really looks like it came out of my asshole.
It tastes like a churro though. It's sweet. It's got the cinnamon. The shape is something to be desired.
I fucking knew it. I knew it was churros. And so what? It looks like diarrhea.
To be.
If you had to give me a grade, 1 out of 10 for this churro, we already gave me an 8 out of 10 for the chicken. What am I getting for the churro? I can take it, chef. I can take it.
You can't handle it. I don't think you can.
I can take it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it.
You see those churros? I can take them.
I'm gonna give it like a 6 or a 7 because the taste is
That's
there.
fair. That's fair.
The appearance and the chocolate sauce is
That's fair.
But overall, I mean, a success. It's a meal. You got mostly it all right.
Well, that was fun. That was a fun challenge. I thought that was very interesting, and I think we have to do this again. I was really thrown off with that cucumber. That cucumber really fucked me up.